Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Disastrously Domestic. I'm Jessica, and you can find me on the interwebs as disastrously_domestic on Instagram. And there is a Facebook page and a Ravelry group for the podcast as well. This is some creature that wandered into my yard. Right? What's your name?
My name is Bourbon. I am for it.
Warren, everyone's going to think that you don't know how to talk because of the way that you act on the podcast. They think that you talk baby talk all the time. Okay. Alright, say goodbye. Go play. Go play now. Time to go play. Quiet time. Okay. He's done. We are outside on my patio. I don't call it a yard because there's no grass, but it is what it is. It's been like 30,000 years, I feel like, since I did a proper podcast episode. My mom came in town and we were supposed to record with her here, but you know how it is. Things get busy and you just forget, so that's kind of what happened. And I'm gonna apologize, apologize for child noises. It's summer vacation and I really don't know when else I'm gonna do this if I don't do it right now. So I'm also trying something new, sitting outside. I've got my Mingos. They're very cute. They need to be repainted, but whatever. So anyway, we went with my mom to Multnomah Falls, and then after that we took a little jaunt to Portland, Oregon, and we only stayed one evening, and then we left the next day. So we didn't have a ton of time, but we did visit, and this was not in the Oregon adventure video that was uploaded previously. We did visit Powell's Books, which was mind-blowingly awesome, and I feel like so deprived that I don't have one to go to here in Seattle. Is there something like Powell's in Seattle? Tell me. So Powell's was amazing and huge, and we got lost, and yeah. And then after Powell's we went to Voodoo Donut, and it was pretty great. The line was enormously long, and I regret not taking video footage for the podcast, because that would have been something great to stick in that Oregon adventure video, you know? But I failed to do so. But we did go, and so we did the two things that I wanted to do while we were in Portland. Because I'm a nerd. I need a donut and I need some coffee. And I need books. Okay, I'm back. Had to beat the boy. I'm just kidding. I did not beat the boy. I also had to get my provisions in order here. I have some coffee. There's bourbon in it. There's bourbon in it. Yeah, can you guess why? Good stuff. Alright. This is in my Arcedium coffee mug. This is from a local coffee shop in St. Charles, Illinois, where we lived previously. And I got it for two reasons. One, we went to this coffee shop a lot. And two, this reminded me of the Twin Peaks symbol. Because Twin Peaks. So, this is a crazily disjointed and weird episode. But, like I said, it's gotta happen this way or it's not gonna happen at all. So let's just move on to what I am knitting. Okay, so what I've been working on, I'm gonna just say outright that I have not been working on most of the projects that I've been showing in the past few episodes. You know, because I kind of was feeling dragged down, and man, I'm slouching a lot. Sorry. Stick them out. I've been working on a lot of the things that I have been showing in previous episodes, but that's because I've been feeling really just nervous every time I've been sitting down to knit, and that's not what I want. That's not what we're here for. So I sort of shifted my focus on other things. So the first thing that I wanted to show is a new sweater that I started. This is the Madewell cardigan by Joji Locatelli. Seems like everyone's in love with her right now. And I mean, I get it. Guys, I get it. She's, you know, the shit. But this yarn is that yarn that I won in the giveaway for the Fine and Dandy socks. And I only had one ball of it, but I didn't want to use it for socks, so I decided to use it in the top part of a sweater. And this yarn here is really cool, and if you watched the Oregon Adventure video, you will have seen this yarn being made. It is on a cone, and it's from Yarnia in Portland, Oregon. And what you do at Yarnia is you choose strands of yarn, very fine yarn, and kind of wind them into cone together so that it's really easy to knit them as one piece. So I chose this yarn, and it has perfect little flecks of the colors that are in this yarn. So I'm super, super excited. It's, you know, I'm past the armholes. I'm gonna put it on. It's past the armhole section, and I'm now working down the body. So it's on a nice long cable so I can stretch it around. But it's so cute. I'm really looking forward to finishing this, and it's just plain stockinette. A few modifications that I've made. I added 6 stitches to each underarm because I felt like it was going to be a little too tight. And then another mod that I made where I joined, I did a garter. This is my extra string. I did like a garter ridge just for a little bit of fun in that area. So yay. I don't know what else to say about it, except that I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so that's one sweater that I've been working on. And another whip that I actually started is another pair of socks. These are the Rose City Rollers, and I'm knitting them 2 at a time. And I'm using Knit Picks Felici for those. And, you know, they're Rose City Rollers, so I'm hoping that it'll help me get out of my sock funk knitting them 2 at a time, because then I'll have a finished object at the end, right? That's the idea. And they're Rose City Rollers, so they should be, you know, fast to knit. I'm almost to the heel flap, so yay, yay, yay. Another whip is a little bit of a frustration for me. Not for any technical reason, but it is this shawl. I showed this once before. It's one that I am improvising. The first section is a V-stitch. The second section is this like garter eyelet. And then I came up with this snazzy border with a cable. And this is all Quince & Co. Owl, which is really beautiful yarn that I love. But I got to this point in the border and ran out of yarn. Shit. not all is that lost. I've heard that Quince & Co. dye lots are pretty consistent, which is good news for me. And I have ordered another ball from their website, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. And then this will be finished, and I will block it. So I haven't decided if I'm going to knit this again. If I decide to make a pattern for this, I will definitely knit it again because I need to use a yarn that has better yardage than Quince & Co. Yeah, but it's going to be pretty when it's all blocked out. And I need more colors like this in my wardrobe, really neutral, because I tend to go for the crazy, you know, but that's what I like, so that's what I like, right? Helicopter, bird, crow. I'm outside, I'm in the city. The crow population is really prolific here, FYI. This is in a bag that I made, cute little bento bag. But this is a pattern by Stephen West. I've shown it a couple times before. It is my knit and slide. It is really long, pretty much outgrown the needles that it's on. I need to get a longer cable. Can't really tell how long it is, but there's my progress keeper from last time. So I put quite a big chunk of progress on this. And I finally figured out what yarns I'm using. Well, one of the yarns. This one was one that I had in my stash, and every time I show this, I can't remember what it is. But I felt like it was Dream in Color, and I felt like it had cashmere. I was right. This is Dream in Color Jilly with cashmere. So, hooray. And then this yarn is just an alpaca wool lace from Cascade. Striping. And it looks like this. So this is going to be ridiculously huge. I made the mistake of looking at the pattern, reading ahead, and you bind off something like 1,200 stitches. What? So I was like gung-ho knitting this and was all excited, and I'm like, yeah, I got like 400 stitches now. Yeah, no, I need like double that almost. So anyway, it's great. It's so soft. It's gonna be like heaven to wear. And when I'm done with this section, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I have not yet chosen my color C and D. But I'm thinking I'd like to go for a sort of orangish brown color. And I don't know what else. But we'll see. I might hit a yarn shop this weekend and see what I find. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, even though I'm sort of now put off by the fact that I'm going to have to bind off 1,200 stitches. The last work in progress that I want to show is one that I've sort of been waffling about starting for maybe a few years. I'm not sure when the pattern came out, but since it came out, I've sort of been thinking, I want to knit that. And it's by my favorite designer, Stephen West, who's amazing. And Stephen, please be my gay boyfriend, please. Please, like really, please. Anyway, it is the Pinguono. I don't know how I'm going to show all this. This is like a blanket already. So, I'm using a variety of commercial and hand-spun yarns for this. This is the back piece. And this brown and blue is Malabrigo and Patton's Croix held together. This is a hand spun. This is another hand spun. And this green is also hand spun. So that's my back piece. And then I did the welts. It's really just, I just love, what I love about this pattern is how much dimension it has. So these I did black and white. The sides. This is hand spun, the blue. And then this red is bulky Malabrigo. And then these are some knit picks held together, and then the black and white. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do the other side. So this is gonna be enormous, and this is the back, not the front, but just so you get an idea, like, this is the side panel, this black and white. So my side is right here. There's so much extra fabric. Oh, this is gonna be so huge. And I'm really, really excited about it. And this worked up so quickly because it's on, the pattern's written for 10.5 needles. I'm using 11. And I'm so excited that I'm finally using up some of this hand spun yarn that's bulky, and I didn't really have any idea what I was gonna do with it. So now it is getting used. It's great. There's someone being really creepy over there, right by my gate. I'm gonna wait for them to leave. Okay, the coast is clear, I think. I think that's it for my knitting. Let's move on to spinning. I have sort of kind of been participating in the Tour de Fleece, which coincides with the Tour de France. I've not been spinning every single day, but I have tried to put in some spinning, which is a lot more than I typically do. I haven't been spinning religiously much at all. But I have shown this before, my spindle, and this is the fiber that I got at the Vashon Sheepdog Classic. So it's like a big old bat, 2 ounces. And I have been spinning that up. I really like Turkish spindles. I figured out how to wind them on in this really visually pleasing way. And I've just been enjoying spinning a little bit here and there on this little thing. This color is so pretty. I don't know what else to say. It's just nice. I just like it. Other spinning. I finally started spinning up that Knitty and Color MLP braid. It's a superwash merino. I've done about half of it, so this is what I have left. And this is actually what this is. So I'm gonna continue to spin the rest of it as a bulky, and I am Navajo plying it and sticking it in my penguino. So I like actually having a project in mind for it, because then it feels like I'm actually making real progress and not just creating more stash. But yeah, so that's all the yarny bits, I think, for this podcast. Now I guess I will move on to talk a little bit about my needlework. I've been not doing a whole lot of needlework, but what I have done is work on my Summer Beach Day sampler. I think that's what it's called, from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this is what I have so far. I did buy the kit. So everything in here is the kit, with the exception of this. I changed out this color to something a little darker. This is a hand-dyed that I had from the Gentle Art in my stash. But yeah, I'm working away. I still really like the fabric. And I actually made this cute, can you see, this cute needle minder. pancake. And I'm keeping it in my adorable bag that I made. And I don't know if I showed this cuteness that I'm keeping all my threads. I'll go ahead and take them out so that you can see. My mom got this. This was sold by Frosted Pumpkin. It's by Chicken Boots, who has amazing bags and like needle cases and stuff for knitting as well. So, Chicken Boots. But this is the one that was made with the Frosted Pumpkin character fabric. And so I'm keeping all my stuff in there for this project. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's not the kind of style that I like to hang on my walls. So I might turn this into a project bag or something rather than something that I'm gonna frame. That's a problem I run into with cross stitch. Because it seems like all you can really do is make a pillow out of it or hang it on a wall. But I just don't have that kind of style. That's not my style. I like more bohemian, Earth Mama kind of stuff in my house. So here's the aesthetic I go for in my house. Creepy old granny who did a lot of LSD in the 60s and has 50 dogs, but is really into New Age. That's my style. So yeah, this is like a little too saccharine, a little too cute for me to actually hang up on my walls, but I still like it. So that's all for needlework. I guess the next thing I will talk about is my sewing, and I do have an exciting sewing project in the works. And this is not a garment. I tend to focus on garments when I sew. I find them to be a lot easier than this type of project that I'm about to show, and that is quilting. So I started the Raspberry Kiss quilt, and I'm sorry I don't have the designer information, but if you look up Raspberry Quilt on Google, I'm sure you will find it. And I started making these little X blocks about this size. And then I decided that they were too small and I wasn't into it, and I read further down in the tutorial and they had measurements for larger blocks. So I'm gonna stick with the larger blocks because I have a little more control that way, I feel like. So I have two finished. And I will show my fabrics that I have picked out. This is not all the fabric I will need. I will need quite a bit more, but this is one of my main background fabrics. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like gold, like kind of a little bit shimmery, faintly shimmery. And then this one, just a gray polka dot, pokey spots. And then I have a variety of 1/8 yard pieces here. This one I love because it also has the gold shimmery triangles, Illuminati, black with gold anchors, and then more Illuminati triangles. So, these are my fabrics so far, with my background fabrics, and I'm just gonna make a bunch of X's. So, other fabric that I plan to get are fabrics by Cotton and Steel. So these are all from Joann, and they're pretty much the only ones at Joann that I liked, and I didn't like them enough to make them into an entire blanket. So Not sure what I'm going to be doing with these. I might do a few small pieces here and there, like clusters of little ones, but we shall see. I think that's about it. I guess I can blather a little bit about upcoming plans. I have plans to cast on another project in the next week or so, depending on when my yarn gets here. I ordered yarn to knit a Garter Goodness shawl, or schlenket, or whatever it is, from Stephen West. I saw a few that I just am in love with, and so I decided to make one myself. I'm not doing it with scrap. I'm using a controlled palette, but it is kind of crazy. I got two Wonderland 5-packs or something. I don't know. I'll show it in a future episode, but I got two mini skein collections that I thought complemented each other, and I'm going to be using those for that project. And I can't wait. Like, I'm chomping at the bit, waiting. Come on, webs, get my yarn to me. Yarn gods, I beseech thee, send my yarn. So that's one thing that I'm going to be working on. Another thing that I'm planning on making is, and I think I'm just going to improvise this, is a kind of scarf garland type thing, with like leaves and very flowy, almost like a necklace scarf thing. And I'm going to be making that for the Renaissance Fair that I'm going to be attending on August 13th through the 14th. I'm not sure which day I'm going to go, either Saturday or Sunday, but I'm really excited. I love Ren fairs, and I still need to figure out a few things for what I'm going to wear. One thing that I want to order is a corset. I have not talked about this on the podcast, but I am a huge fan of corsetry and tight lacing, and I do on occasion contort my body in weird ways. And I think I can do that and still be a feminist. So I plan on ordering a corset. I have one picked out, and I will probably be ordering that this afternoon. But the weekend we will be going is actually the fairy themed weekend, which is the weekend I chose to go because if you haven't figured that out yet, I am obsessed with cryptids and the fae realm in general. So it's the weekend for me. Like I said, I was a mermaid in a past life. And I did think about doing kind of like a mermaid-themed costume, but I think I'm gonna tend more toward the woodland fairy, maybe more of a sylph. I don't want wings or anything. But I figured it would give me an opportunity to buy this corset that I've been eyeballing for a while, and wear a few of my more flowy, airy, cutesy pastel pieces that I tend to not wear. And then the necklace thing that I want to make is just something, a little something to have. I don't know. So I'm going to be doing some sketching for that and trying to figure out how to make it. And I think I'm going to use Malabrigo and felt it. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that's upcoming. I'm really looking forward to it. And, Ren fairs are just a raucous good time. And I think we're going to try to get a crew together from my husband's office to go. Enjoy your knitting and crafting and just your life, Again, you can find me on Instagram as Disastrously Domestic. And I have a Ravelry group and Facebook page as well. I'm not on Facebook very much anymore. I actually deleted it from my phone and my iPad because there's so much wickedness on there, so much hate, And, you know, I just don't like it. But I still have it, and, you know, I will share this video on Facebook, and I still share photos on there. I just don't want to read hateful posts. And I was tired of blocking everyone's posts from my feed, so. TMI, but I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. So yeah, I guess if you want to get in touch with me, find me on Instagram. Find me on Ravelry. My Ravelry username is Sugarsticks. I should have said that. Sugarsticks. I love Ravelry friends, so I'm not super active on here, but I would like to be more active, so please join the group. There is a intro thread, and so far I'm the only one who has posted in there, which is kind of embarrassing, you guys. It's kind of embarrassing. So if someone would like to post in there, I would just like send you some love. I'll kiss your face. I'll kiss your face. I will. Okay. Anyway, that's all. Say bye.
I'm back.
It's Warren. Say bye.
Bye.
Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.